Okay. All right. So we're going to do a little bit about Bottles. So Bottles has a checkered history. A lot of it not his fault. He's a very, very sweet and loving Australian Shepherd once he gets to know you and he trusts you. Once that happens, the sky is the limit for this dog. As long as you can establish and maintain strong boundaries with Bottles. He is a phenomenal dog, but he does have a bit of a nipping issue. His nipping is from an anxiety and fear thing that was developed from his first owners that he had. And it's an unfortunate situation, but it is what it is. So I have stopped Bottles from nipping people when he's with me by using the e-collar system. When Bottles goes to nip somebody, he will first target in on that person. He'll get very locked in and very physically stiff, if you will. He will posture almost before he goes. And then he's out like a shot. He's really fast, right? Now Bottles will target hands because motion of the hand to him seems to be a perception of a threat, okay? And so we're cautious with our hands. He will also nip in random places if he feels threatened or he feels like you're not communicating effectively with him. He's trying to get a point across. Now, the best way around this is through obedience, stability, and trust building, okay? Now, as you can see, Bottles is actually sitting over here against the wall on an elevated place item. That's a stability exercise that I like to do with Bottles, but not just here, I like to do it in public. When in public, I do keep him muzzled using a Bakersfield muzzle for the safety of the community, right? Because sometimes Bottles will lash out. He gets scared and he'll just lunge because he thinks if he scares you away first, then you're not going to hurt him. You're not going to attack him or cause him any problems. Bottles, leave it. Good job. But Bottles is also a very highly trained dog, right? And obedience is your best friend. So when he starts to get wall-eyed or when he starts to stiffen, it's our obedience that we need to turn to. So I will give him the command for unwanted behaviors, which is off, and I will vibrate him. And then I will say come and sit or place in order to get him into a different mindset. I'm taking him out of that negative thought process, giving him a job to do, something else to focus on. If that threat is still present, that is fine, as long as the person is calm and doesn't try to address Bottles directly and rush up to him. Bottles takes time to build trust. Now, if he's wearing a muzzle, by all means, that person should be able to pet Bottles, just not over the head, give him some love, and help him to build trust over time. It's not going to happen overnight. So when dealing with Bottles, you need to be in it for the long haul. Bottles needs to be a dog that you're willing to put time and effort into. He's going to take a lot of exposure work and a lot of trust building. Now, I've had Bottles for about 2 weeks now, and I haven't had any issues with him. He hasn't lunged at anybody. He's given some side eye, right? But he hasn't nipped anybody. We've been out in public places. We've gone for walks. We've done some refresher training with him. And he's just an amazing and outstanding dog. He gets a little pushy, especially if he doesn't know you. Most dogs do. So you just got to watch that and stay on top of it, okay? So here's a little bit of what Bottles does know, just so you have it in your repertoire, right? Bottles, come. Atta boy. Sit. And this is Bottles. Beautiful, beautiful dog, right? Super sharp. Needs a lot of grooming. He will need some grooming training, right? That'll be something that he's going to need to see an experienced groomer for, somebody who's not afraid of him. That's going to be a big thing. Okay. Now we have somebody walking into the facility right now. And notice how Bottles isn't moving. He's watching, but he's not moving. Here. Come. With me. Go place. Woo. Here. Come here. Go place. That's treadmill. Bottles, come. No treadmill today. Go place. Thank you. Leia. Okay, so that's a good way to handle that. And place is probably one of our biggest stability building exercises that we use that really helps a dog find his focus. Come here, Dale. Go back to place. Go. Place. Sit. Good. But Bottles also knows the recall to sit, the extended sit, the down, the extended down, the heel, the return to the heel, things like that, right? Bottles, come. Come. Heel. Good heel. Good job. Here. Good job, dude. Good job, Bottles. Oh, don't mess with Doug. Come. Sit. Oh. Water. Good. Bottles. Come. Sit. He's a good bowl. Here. Down. Good down, Bottles. Good boy. Stay. Good job. Doug, I wasn't talking to you. Silly. So Bottles is a right-hand heel dog. He doesn't really like to walk on your left. He can do it, but he doesn't like to. So we're going to try to keep him on the right-hand side. Doug, what are you doing? Layla, go back to place. Bottles. Over here. Go place. I'm going to leave Doug with you for a second. Okay. He also knows door manners. So when you're going to walk out your door, put Bottles in the sit, open your door, cross your threshold, and then invite him through. Once he's through that threshold, you want to go ahead and give him a good sit command and make him stay so you can close your door, lock it, and all that. As you start to move, you want to put him in a heel. Now remember, if you're going for a walk, don't make your whole walk about work. Okay, let him be a dog, let him sniff at some point. But if you're moving from point A to point B, he should be in the heel, okay? He has vehicle manners. So what that means is that he should sit patiently. You should be able to open your car door, and then the command is load. And then he should get into your truck or car. When you're leaving or when you're getting him out, you're gonna give him a sit and a stay. You're gonna open your door. He's gonna get his leash put on him. Then you're gonna say, come and sit. And then you're gonna heel wherever it is you're going next. Okay? This kind of structure is very, very, very important for Bottles. Okay? And when you first start out, it's also very important that you adhere to his kennel time. His kennel is a safe place. It's a good spot for him to be able to absorb odor, allow his olfactory system to do its job so he gets familiar with the area and the odors in it, okay? The people in that area, and obviously you gotta let him out to go potty and feed him and things like that. But you're gonna wanna make sure that he does spend a substantial amount of time within the first 48 hours in a kennel. It's not just for you, right? It's for his own sanity, for his anxiety, so he can relax a little bit and kind of come down, right? When in a training environment, we don't always get that opportunity. But if you're taking Bottles home, either as a foster or if you're taking him home to adopt him, these are rules that you probably need to adhere to. This is not a dog that you can be soft on, but don't be heavy-handed. I hope that makes sense, right? Draw your boundaries. Do not be afraid to use your e-collar system appropriately, okay? And make sure that if, in fact, you are going to keep Bottles, that you're in it for the long haul, because he's going to take some work, but that work will be totally worth it once you get this dog to trust and love you, because he is an amazing dog. But being around people is going to take some time, it's going to take some patience, and you're going to have to really communicate not only effectively with your dog, but with the people in your environment, so that they understand that Bottles isn't always the friendliest, right? He's scared, he's anxious, and he's going to take some time to build trust, okay? Anyway, I hope this video helps whoever it is that gets Bottles, who takes him home, right? And here in Salem's Integrity Dog Training, we're here to help. So don't be afraid to call us at 971-719-2965. Or you can email us at integritydogtraining@gmail.com, because we want to make sure that Bottles not only finds a forever home, but has the best outcome for Bottles. All right. Have a great day. Bottles, come here, dude. Come here, dude. I'll get you some water in a minute. Also, Bottles loves his water. I do. Yeah,